Welcome to the exciting world of microservices development, where scalability, flexibility, and maintainability reign supreme. Microservice architecture is an architectural style that divides an application into small services connected by loose connections. As opposed to monolithic architectures, which contain all services under one umbrella entity, this approach brings numerous advantages, including scalability, fault isolation, and agility. Whether you are just getting started in this arena, or are an experienced developer looking for new challenges, understanding the microservices framework is crucial for taking your applications to new heights, while learning all the ins and outs of creating robust microservice architectures. Microservices architecture dismantles monolithic systems by dividing applications into smaller, independently deployable services. Monolithic architecture involves designing an application as one large, cohesive unit that must then be tightly coupled and deployed as one entity. This often creates issues for scaling, maintainability, and deployment. In contrast, microservices architecture allows for the development of several smaller services that can be developed independently from each other. This enables improved fault isolation, scaling capability, and maintenance ease. By breaking down monolithic systems, microservices offer a more flexible and resilient approach to application development. Monolithic architecture involves designing an application as one large, cohesive unit that must then be tightly coupled and deployed as one entity. This often creates issues for scaling, maintainability, and deployment. A microservices architecture divides applications into several smaller services that can be developed independently from each other. This enables improved fault isolation, scaling capability, and maintenance ease. By breaking down monolithic systems, microservices offer a more flexible and resilient approach to application development. This comparison highlights the advantages of microservices over monolithic architecture, making it a preferred choice for modern application development. Microservice architecture's primary benefit lies in its capacity to scale individual services independently based on demand. Unlike monolithic architecture, which often necessitates scaling the whole application, even when only specific components require extra resources, microservices allow horizontal scaling for particular services. This results in optimal resource usage and cost reductions. Fault isolation is another key advantage. When one service in a monolithic architecture fails, its effects could reverberate throughout an application. In contrast, microservice architecture isolates failure to individual services, thus avoiding cascading losses and increasing system resilience. Teams working on deployment and development can be more agile with microservices. Django is a popular Python web framework known for its extensive feature set, first-rate documentation, and active community. According to W3Techs, less than 0.1% of all websites use Django CMS as their content management system. This makes Django an ideal framework for creating microservices. Its simplicity and scalability make it a preferred choice for developers. Django is an excellent platform for developing microservices for several reasons. First, it offers a batteries-included approach with built-in features like object relational mapping, ORM, form handling, and authentication authorization. This makes development faster and reduces the need for third-party libraries. Second, Django's modular architecture enables developers to divide an application into easily reused modules. This fits well into a microservices architecture, where services must be decoupled and independently developed. Third, Django's design supports horizontal scalability, making it easier to adapt to increased traffic and load. Lastly, Django boasts an expansive and lively community of developers who contribute plugins, libraries, and extensions that expand its functionality.